Okay, Anna, we've got the on-course playing lesson today. Today we're going to be focusing on course management. So our goal today is for the first 3 or 4 holes is I'm just going to be observing how you go about your business on the golf course. So whether you're thinking about playing conservative, whether you're playing aggressively, whether you should be playing the right golf club off the tee or not, we'll be talking about those after we play these first 3 or 4 holes. The second 3 holes, essentially, we'll kind of talk about those shots that you hit on those other holes, and we'll start trying to process and implement them a little bit. So course management, what is course management to you?
Looking at the layout, kind of seeing any hazards or anywhere you should be avoiding, or if the ball's going to roll a certain way, where it lands. Just kind of the natural, I would say, natural factors of when you hit your shot, where do you want it to go, and what's going to get in the way of it, being able to get there.
Yeah, we want to make the game easy on ourselves. We want to avoid those hazards. So you mentioned the hazards. So when I'm charting out a golf course, notice we're on the first hole right now. I've got this rangefinder. So I happen to shoot the bunker out there. We've got 260 yards to the first bunker on the left, and then we have 290 yards to the bunker on the right. So do you know your distances pretty well in your bag with your driver and your fairway wood?
Pretty well. Yep.
Pretty well. Yep. So let's talk about the first hole here. So the first hole, we got 260 yards to that bunker. We can challenge that bunker and feed it off to the right a little bit and hit a nice little shot. What is your typical ball flight?
So I'd say ball flight could be about 250, 260. I mean, it depends. Like if it's a nice day or if it's a rainy day, it's going to be a lot less than that. So that could be like 230, 240.
And that's with driver?
With driver.
With driver.
Yes.
Perfect. So, and you normally play a little fade, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So let's talk about this first shot here. So we're probably making it to that bunker on the left side there. So we could probably pull driver. It's nice to play hole one, pull driver out because it's a larger club head. It's going to build a little bit of confidence here. So we know maybe if we crush it, we could probably reach that bunker, but we know it's on the left side of the fairway. So for this particular shot, we could probably aim at that bunker, knowing that you play that little 15-yard fade with your driver, and have it feed off that bunker back towards the fairway. Do you feel comfortable with that particular shot?
Yeah, that sounds exactly how I would play it. Yeah.
Exactly how you play it. So I'd like to kind of already know your game essentially. Well, I've seen you hit a few shots with in the way that you shape the ball and everything like that there too. But it's important to know your numbers. So you mentioned you know your distance. You know, I've seen you crush driver before, but you got to think about the wind as well. So perfect evening out with really no wind to think about. But one thing I would recommend is if you're going to be playing an event is to grab like the scorecard of the golf course. Some scorecards have like the essentially they have the north-south on there, so you can see and you can chart what way the direction the wind is going. So some apps have that too, which is nice. So it's important to pay attention to. But if you're not using your app, then you just want to know what way the wind's going. That way you can know on every hole, and if there's a map on that card, you can kind of draw a little line and say, well, this is the prevailing wind direction. You know when you're playing that particular hole, is the wind helping? Is the wind hurting? We know right now there's zero wind. This is about as good as it gets in Minnesota here. So we know if you hit your nice little fade here, driver would be the play. So you ready to play some golf?
I'm ready to play.
All right, let's do it.